All right, so we're prepping for an air pollution analyst interview.
Okay.
And we've got a whole stack of resources from RoleCatcher,
Oh, cool.
career guides, interview guides,
Wow.
even a look at their AI tools,
Very cool.
all geared towards helping you nail this interview.
Yeah, it's impressive how comprehensive their approach is, you know?
Yeah.
They cover everything from, like, crafting a standout CV to actually, like, practicing your answers with AI-powered feedback, all tailored to the specific role that you're going after.
Yeah, and that's what makes this deep dive so cool.
Yeah.
We're going to unpack all these resources, focusing on the most common interview questions,
Okay.
weaving in those career insights that can give someone a real edge in their interview.
I like it.
So first things first,
Right.
the guides really emphasize real-world experience.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's absolutely crucial in this field.
Okay.
Having hands-on experience, whether it's through internships, research projects, or even entry-level positions, it shows potential employers that you can apply your knowledge to real-world situations.
Absolutely. And speaking of real-world situations,
Yeah.
let's talk about what air pollution analysts actually do.
Okay.
The career guide mentions that they're conducting tests in all sorts of environments,
Right.
not just stuck in a lab.
That's right.
So you might be collecting samples near a factory one day, then analyzing them in the lab the next
Yeah.
to identify the source of pollutants.
Yeah, it's a dynamic role.
Right.
Requires both field work and analytical skills.
It's like a scientific detective for clean air.
I love that.
But before you can put on that detective hat,
Yeah.
you've got to ace that interview.
True.
One of the classic questions you'll likely encounter is, what inspired you to pursue a career in air pollution analysis?
Oh, yeah. This is your chance to actually showcase your genuine passion for the field.
Okay.
Think about what specific experience or moment sparked your interest. Was a news article about climate change, a personal experience with poor air quality, or maybe a class that opened your eyes to the importance of environmental protection?
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the specific job description and help tailor your answer to the company's focus.
That's right.
Like, for example, if they highlight community engagement, you might mention your volunteer work with an environmental group.
Exactly. It's all about making that connection between your passions and the company's values.
Okay, next up is a question that gets a bit more technical. What methods have you used to measure and analyze air pollution data? Now, don't let the jargon intimidate you.
No, absolutely not.
The key here is to showcase your understanding of the methods and their applications. Have you used gas chromatography, mass spectrometry, or remote lens sensing techniques?
Right.
Briefly explain how you applied those methods and the type of data you analyzed.
Yeah, and you can even give like a little example. So you could say something like, in my research project, I used gas chromatography to measure the concentration of volatile organic compounds in the air, which helped us identify the sources of pollution in a particular neighborhood.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
It shows you understand the method and its practical application.
Yeah.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can come in handy here
Oh, absolutely.
by analyzing the job description to highlight the most relevant methods for that specific role.
Totally.
So you're showing your passion, you're demonstrating your technical knowledge.
Right.
But interviewers also want to know that you're staying up to date in this rapidly evolving field.
Of course.
How do you approach the question? How do you stay current with the latest developments and trends in air pollution analysis?
Well, I think the key here is to be specific.
Okay.
So mention conferences you've attended, journals you read, or professional organizations that you're a part of.
Yeah.
For example, you could say, I regularly read the Journal of the Air and Waste Management Association and attended their recent conference where I learned about the latest advancements in air quality modeling.
Dropping those names definitely shows your commitment to learning.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's not forget about problem solving.
Right.
Air pollution monitoring equipment can be finicky.
Oh, for sure.
And interviewers want to know you can handle those challenges.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the question. Describe a time you had to troubleshoot an issue with air pollution monitoring equipment.
So this is your opportunity to showcase those critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
So did a sensor malfunction in the field? Was a calibration off in the lab?
Right.
Walk them through the problem, how you diagnosed it, and the steps you took to actually solve it.
And be sure to highlight those skills that you used in that process.
Yes.
Whether it was analytical thinking, attention to detail,
Right.
even some creative improvisation.
Absolutely. And a likely follow-up question to this is, what did you learn from that experience?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. That's a chance to actually showcase your growth mindset and how you use challenges to improve your skills.
So we've covered passion, technical skills, staying updated, and problem solving.
Yes.
But let's not forget about the people skills.
Right.
The career guide stresses collaborating with community groups and regulatory agencies.
Yes.
Which leads to the question, how do you communicate complex air pollution data to non-technical stakeholders?
Oh, this is crucial.
Yeah.
You need to be able to explain technical information clearly and concisely, whether you're talking to residents, policymakers, or even community leaders.
Right.
So think about using analogies, clear visuals, and definitely avoiding all that jargon.
Yeah. For example, you could say, when I presented air quality data to residents near a factory, I used a simple bar graph to show how pollution levels had decreased since the implementation of new emission controls. I explained that this improvement meant cleaner air for them and their families. You're connecting that data to real-world benefits, making it relatable and understandable to a non-technical audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can provide feedback on your answers,
Yes.
helping you refine your communication style for different audiences.
Very helpful.
Practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to explaining those complex topics.
For sure.
Let's tackle another common question that often throws people off. How do you prioritize your workload when managing multiple air pollution monitoring projects?
Here they're looking at your organizational skills and your time management.
Okay.
Showcase your ability to juggle deadlines, competing priorities, and even unexpected challenges.
So how do you convey that you're a master of multitasking without sounding like you're bragging?
Focus on your process.
Okay.
Do you use a specific project management method? Do you prioritize tasks based on urgency or impact? Do you have a system for tracking progress and keeping stakeholders informed? Give concrete examples.
Like for instance, you could say, when managing multiple projects, I use a Kanban board to visualize tasks and track progress. I prioritize based on deadlines and potential impact on public health, and hold weekly meetings to keep everyone aligned.
Excellent. That shows that you have a system, you're organized, and you're proactive about communication.
Now, working with regulatory agencies is a big part of this job.
It is.
So be prepared to answer the question, what experience do you have working with regulatory agencies such as the EPA or state environmental agencies?
Yeah.
What if someone doesn't have direct experience,
Okay.
but has dealt with these agencies indirectly,
Okay.
maybe through permits or research projects?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You can highlight your knowledge of relevant regulations and how you've incorporated them into your work.
Okay.
You could say, while working on an air quality assessment, I ensured that our methods and analysis aligned with EPA guidelines for ambient air quality standards.
That shows you understand the regulatory landscape, even without direct involvement in permitting or enforcement.
Correct.
What are some other questions they might ask about working with regulatory agencies?
Well, they might ask about the challenges of working with these agencies.
Oh, right.
It's a chance to show you understand bureaucratic processes, stakeholder interests, and the importance of clear communication.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
but there are a few more technical questions that might come up,
Okay.
especially if the role involves more advanced techniques like air quality modeling.
Right. For what experience do you have with air quality modeling? Be specific.
Okay.
Mention the types of models you've used, the software you're familiar with, and how you've applied modeling to real-world scenarios.
So something like, I've used ER-NOT to model the dispersion of pollutants from industrial sources and to assess the impact of proposed mitigation strategies would work.
Exactly. And if they delve into your experience with machine learning,
Right.
which is becoming more prevalent in air pollution analysis,
Right.
highlight projects where you've used these algorithms to analyze data or make predictions.
Like, I use a neural network to predict ozone levels based on meteorological data and historical trends, which helped us issue public health advisories. That sounds impressive.
Yeah.
But what if someone's just starting out and hasn't worked with these advanced techniques yet?
Well, honesty is key,
Right.
but express your eagerness to learn.
Okay.
You could say, while I haven't had direct experience with machine learning and air pollution analysis, I'm fascinated by its potential and have been taking online courses to develop my skills.
Yeah, demonstrates initiative and a commitment to professional growth.
It does.
Finally, let's circle back to the importance of community engagement.
Okay.
How should someone approach the question? How have you worked with community groups or other stakeholders on air pollution issues?
Think about projects or experiences where you've collaborated with community organizations, residents, or other groups concerned about air quality.
Yeah.
Did you participate in public forums? Conduct outreach campaigns?
Right.
Gather feedback from affected communities?
You could say something like, while working on a project to reduce traffic-related pollution near a school, I facilitated community meetings to gather input from parents and teachers.
Mm-hmm.
We used their feedback to develop a plan that included traffic calming measures and educational campaigns.
That's an excellent example.
Yeah.
It shows you understand the importance of community engagement
Right.
and can effectively collaborate with diverse stakeholders.
That covers a good chunk of potential interview questions.
It does.
We hit on passion, technical skills, staying current, problem solving, communication,
Yes.
and that all-important human element.
Absolutely.
Anything else we should cover before we move on?
Remember to be authentic, confident, and showcase your enthusiasm for this vital field.
Right.
And don't forget that RoleCatcher's AI tools can help you refine your answers and practice your delivery for specific job roles.
Great advice. Welcome back. So we tackled some tough interview questions in that first part of our deep dive.
We did.
But now let's zoom out a little.
Oh.
Look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
Your career as an air pollution analyst.
I like it.
This is where RoleCatcher's career guide really shines.
It does.
It lays out a typical career path, highlighting how responsibilities evolve as you progress from entry-level to senior analyst.
Right, it's fascinating how it all unfolds.
Yeah.
You start as an entry-level analyst, really building that solid foundation.
Right.
By assisting with tests, collecting data, supporting those senior analysts.
The career guide even includes some real-world profiles
It does.
to help you visualize this.
Yes.
They featured one entry-level analyst who had a background in environmental science,
Yeah,
was eager to gain hands-on experience in the field.
that's great.
Then as a junior analyst,
Okay.
you start taking on more responsibility,
Right.
conducting your own tests, analyzing data, even contributing to pollution control strategies.
And you'll notice that communication skills become increasingly important.
But for sure.
One of the junior analyst profiles they mentioned preparing reports and presentations.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to effectively communicate your findings to colleagues, clients, and sometimes even the public.
It's like leveling up in a video game,
I like that analogy.
gaining those new skills and responsibilities at each stage.
Yeah.
Then comes the mid-level analyst role,
Okay.
where you're planning and executing entire air quality monitoring programs.
Exactly. You're interpreting complex data, conducting source apportionment studies, collaborating with stakeholders, and even navigating those regulatory landscapes.
It's clear that a mid-level analyst needs a strong understanding of the science,
Yes.
project management skills, and a knack for diplomacy.
Right.
The career guide even highlighted a mid-level analyst who successfully negotiated with a local factory
Wow.
to implement emission reduction strategies.
That's awesome.
Now, at the top of this career pyramid,
Yeah.
we have the senior air pollution analyst.
The ultimate air quality guru.
What kind of responsibilities do they shoulder?
Well, they're leading and managing entire programs.
Okay.
Crafting those comprehensive air pollution control plans.
Right.
Providing expert advice on regulations. And even mentoring junior staff.
They're basically shaping the future of clean air.
Precisely. The senior analyst profile in the guide talked about collaborating with those cross-functional teams and industry experts.
Yeah.
At this level, you're not just an analyst. You're like a leader, a mentor, and a driving force for innovation in the field.
That's an inspiring trajectory.
Is.
But let's face it,
Okay.
there must be tons of people vying for these roles.
Oh, yeah.
What can someone do to stand out in this competitive field?
The career guide emphasizes the importance of continuous learning.
Okay.
Going beyond your basic degree by pursuing a master's or even a PhD can give you a significant edge.
So more education is always a good thing.
It is.
What else can you do to boost your credentials?
Well, specialized certifications can really make your resume shine. The guide mentions a few key ones, like the Certified Air Pollution Control Officer,
Okay.
CIPCO,
Got it.
the Certified Environmental Professional, or CEP, and the Certified Industrial Hygienist, CIH.
These sound impressive.
They do.
What do they involve?
They typically require coursework, exams, and sometimes work experience.
Okay.
But they're well worth the effort
Right.
because they showcase your specialized knowledge and dedication.
So you've got your education certifications.
Yep.
What other tips does the guide have for getting ahead?
Well, it highlights the importance of showcasing your capabilities beyond just listing them on your resume.
Oh.
So create a portfolio of your projects.
Yeah.
Present your findings at conferences or even publish in relevant journals.
Right.
These activities demonstrate your expertise and passion in a tangible way.
It's like building your own personal brand as an air quality expert.
Exactly. And speaking of building your brand,
Yeah.
don't underestimate the power of networking. Attending industry events, joining professional organizations like the Air and Waste Management Association, connect with people on LinkedIn.
Networking is crucial in any field,
It is.
but it seems especially important in a specialized area, like air pollution analysis.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Building those relationships with other professionals can open doors to collaborations,
Yes.
mentorships, and even job referral.
That's right.
You never know, you might even meet your future employer at a conference or networking event.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got our education, certifications, portfolio, network.
Yeah.
What else should we be thinking about as we chart our career path?
The career guide offers one final piece of advice that I find really intriguing.
Okay, what's that?
Don't be afraid to specialize.
Okay.
As you gain experience, you might find yourself drawn to a particular area of air pollution analysis.
Like what? What are some examples of specializations?
Well, some people focus on industrial emissions,
Oh.
others on transportation-related pollution,
Yeah.
and still others on indoor air quality.
So instead of being a jack of all trades,
Right.
you become a sought-after expert in one specific area.
Precisely.
Okay.
Specializing allows you to develop that deep expertise,
Right.
become a valuable consultant, and potentially even command higher salaries.
It's like choosing your own adventure
I love that.
within the world of air pollution analysis.
It is.
So as you prepare for this interview
Yeah.
and envision your future career, ask yourself, what kind of impact do you want to make?
Right.
Do you want to work on reducing industrial emissions?
Yeah.
Do you want to help cities develop sustainable transportation systems?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you passionate about protecting people from indoor air pollution?
Those are some big, inspiring questions.
They are.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI tools can be incredibly helpful in exploring different career paths,
Right.
identifying the skills you need, and even connecting you with mentors or employers who align with your interests.
It's amazing how technology can help us navigate our careers.
It is.
But at the end of the day, it's your passion, dedication, and willingness to learn that will truly make you a successful air pollution analyst.
Couldn't agree more. Go out there, ace that interview, and make a positive difference in the world.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive. We've talked about nailing those interview questions and charting your career path as an air pollution analyst. Now it's time to uncover the secret weapon that can truly elevate your job search.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI tools.
Yeah, we've touched on them a little bit throughout this deep dive,
Right.
but let's really break down how they can work their magic for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
First up, the CV resume builder. This thing's a game changer, especially for a field as specialized as this.
I've heard it's not just about making your resume look pretty what makes
No.
it so unique.
So imagine this. You upload your CV,
Okay.
and RoleCatcher's AI gets to work analyzing it, comparing your skills and experience to the specific requirements of the job you're targeting.
Wow.
It's like having an expert recruiter whisper in your ear, telling you exactly what's missing or what needs more emphasis to catch the hiring manager's eye.
So it's not just a fancy formatting tool.
No.
It actually understands the content and gives you tailored feedback.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
It goes beyond aesthetics
Right.
and digs into the substance of your CV.
Oh, okay.
Think about those applicant tracking systems
Yeah.
that so many companies use now.
Mhm.
RoleCatcher's AI helps you optimize your resume to get past those digital gatekeepers and land in front of a real person.
That's huge.
It is.
No more wondering if your resume is even getting seen.
Exactly.
But what about those application questions?
Oh, okay.
Some of them can be so specific
Right.
and downright tricky.
RoleCatcher's got you covered there, too.
Oh, okay.
Their AI can actually suggest optimal responses to those application questions,
Wow.
drawing from a massive database of examples and best practices.
Really?
It's like having a secret weapon that helps you craft compelling answers that highlight your unique skills and experiences.
Okay, that takes away a lot of the guesswork and the anxiety that comes with applications.
For sure.
But let's face it, the interview is where it all comes down.
Yeah,
And I know you're going to tell me that RoleCatcher has something amazing for that too.
of course. Remember all those practice interview questions that we discussed earlier?
Yeah.
Well, with RoleCatcher, you can practice answering them out loud, record yourself,
Okay.
and get AI-powered feedback on your delivery.
Hold on. The AI actually analyzes your video.
Yes.
Does it tell you if you're using too many ums or if you need to make more eye contact?
It's pretty incredible.
Wow.
The AI assesses your pacing, your tone, even your facial expression.
Really?
And gives you those personalized tips on how to improve your overall presentation.
That's really cool.
It's like having a virtual interview coach in your pocket.
Wow.
Helping you project confidence and authenticity.
Sign me up. That's amazing.
It is.
What else does RoleCatcher offer?
Well, they have this massive database of employers.
Okay.
Over 9 million, in fact. You can research companies, see who's hiring, and even get insights into their culture and values.
So no more going into an interview blind.
Right.
You can tailor your answers to that specific company and impress them with your knowledge.
Exactly.
That's a game changer.
It is.
And if you choose,
Okay.
you can even opt in to let RoleCatcher help you get discovered by employers.
That's right.
Okay.
Their platform allows companies to search for candidates based on skills and experience.
Wow.
So you might even get contacted by companies you didn't even know were looking for someone like you.
It's like a matchmaking service for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all powered by AI.
It is.
That's incredible.
It truly is.
And that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher has a whole suite of tools.
Right.
For career planning, networking, skill development.
Mm-hmm.
It's an all-in-one platform for anyone who's serious about advancing their career.
It is.
It sounds almost too good to be true. But from everything we've seen, they're using cutting-edge AI to empower job seekers and give them a real advantage in today's competitive market.
Exactly. And that aligns perfectly with what we aim to do here on the Deep Dive.
Right.
To equip you with the knowledge and resources you need to succeed.
So as you embark on this journey to become an air pollution analyst, remember that you have the passion, the skills.
Yes.
And now, thanks to RoleCatcher, you've got the technology on your side as well.
That's right.
Go out there, ace that interview, and make a positive impact on the world.
We're all counting on you to protect the air we breathe.
And that wraps up our deep dive into the world of air pollution analysts. We hope you've gained valuable insights and feel empowered to take the next steps in your career journey. We'll be back next week with a whole new topic and a fresh stack of sources to explore. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.